Hi everybody, it's Fenrir again, and today I'll bring you a special bonus unboxing of the My Little Ponies collectible card game. It's just come over from America by Enterplay. Now this is real, very much so. As you can see, it's My Little Ponies. Yes, it is a very odd choice of material and IP for someone to make a game based on, but in America it's on its second block and seems to be doing quite well. And those with actual card gaming experience that have looked at it, the reviews seem to indicate a good system. And from what I've read, I'd agree. There's a good objective-based system underneath the hood. So if you can get past this, get past that, there is an enjoyable and quite deep system under there. Now this is the standard sort of fare you'd expect for a two-person starter, two 45 card decks. You also get two 10 card problem decks. Problems basically being the objectives for this. Rulebook, as you see there. And I've laid some cards out so I can give you a bit of an explanation. You've got standard tutorial mat, quick rules across there, two-person, discard pile, draw pile, your main friend, MANE, sort of deck avatar for World of Warcraft or Highlander players, your friends, your scorecard. You got this is a quick sheet as well as to what you can spend your action tokens on, which are generated at the start of every turn based on the person with the highest score. Each person gets one of these. It's just basic pop-out card counters, usual fare. Come to those in a moment, other cards I'm going to show. That's a problem deck. So that each player has one, and you must start with a starting problem. Explain more of those in a moment. And as you can see from a quick once over, there are different coloured friend cards, character cards. So different types of ponies, got a critter there, lots of animal types. So yes, so as I said, the problems are effectively your objectives, and this is how you go about getting them. So this is your home area. You always start with your main friend. Start. It comes with a home limit, so I can have a maximum of 3 other friends in play with them, and 1 pink power, so you get a number and a colour and related symbol. This is what she contributes when you're trying to contest problems or resolving face-offs, whether it be against them or other cards. We'll see in a minute. Here you've got 3 friends that come into play. Same again, they give various amounts of power and colour, which you'll need later. This is their cost, either 2 action tokens, or you see here, there's action tokens and colour requirement. You always start with your main friend in play. So here, you imagine I've spent 2 action tokens to bring Berry Dreams into play. Next turn, that means I have a total of 2 pink already on the field, which will fulfill that. So I just need to spend 1 action token, and I can bring in Dance Fever. And as you go through, the more powerful cards will have a higher action cost or a higher requirement, but you'll get higher power or better abilities as a result, as you'd imagine. And same here, 2 white, 2 action to bring out, but it now means that if I want to play more powerful friends who have a requirement, I have to 2 white to fulfill any 2 white or 1 white requirement here. So your deck does ramp up, and you can increase the number of friends, because if you complete a certain objective here on the bottom of this card, you get a boosted version, all shiny like, higher power, higher home limit, and a new ability. So now you can have 5 people in play, and you now have a total of 3, 4, 5 pink in play, which allows you to pay anyone that has up to 5 as a requirement. So you can see how you've got to build your deck on sort of building up, ramping up, bringing in more characters that can then bring in more powerful characters. I imagine it's kind of Yu-Gi-Oh! You've got to work through the lower ones to get to more powerful ones. The next most important card is, of course, the problem. Each player has a deck which has the points you get for resolving it, which is a later thing. If you're the first person to contest it, and you're the only person contesting, you also get 1 point every score phase, so that's quite good as well. And just to add further depth to the game, there are 2 requirements. So me as Pinkie Pie, the character I showed you a moment ago, this is my objective and I need 1 pink and 1 not pink to contest it. So I need to spend action tokens to get, say, these 2 over to fulfill that requirement, and if I was the only one, I'm now scoring 1 point every score phase of my turn. Alternatively, your opponent can attempt to contest it themselves. They have a high numerical requirement but no colour requirement. So have a look over here. So we've got an orange, 1, 2 pink. I need 4 total, so I could just all of them. You can also use your main friend. So for instance, if I had boosted, I need 4 total, I could use just those 2. Okay, so again, boosting really does help. If both people are contesting, you then have a face-off. So let's say I've done this, and opponent's brought these 2 over. You literally add up the total of what you've got. So 4 there, 3 there. Each person flips the top card and adds whatever's in the corner to their score. So face-off 3. So I lose quite horrendously. This card goes to the bottom of your deck. They win because they scored the total, so they get 1 point. This would be removed and put to the bottom of the deck as the problem deck, and another one takes over, whatever that one be. And then these would return to your home because they've completed their objective, ready to be used in a following turn. Now, in order to help you out, there are additional card types. It's not just friends. Anyone that's played Magic the Gathering will recognise what these effectively are. Resource, accessories, or events. Basically, spells, enchantments by any other name. So this one, for instance, every main phase, it can be used in the main phase. Event is a one-shot spell, effectively. Choose a character of whatever type, white or pink. That character gets a bonus till end of phase. So that's basically a boost spell. Resource accessory is basically an aura. Play on a friend. While this friend is at a problem, i.e. an objective, your opponent's characters at that problem each get -1 power during the score phase. So that's helping you by nerfing the enemy. So yes, all the magic parlance coming through. So yes, so you can already see that there are standard sort of mechanics that as well mixed in with the newer ones and the objective based thing. First to 15 wins. So if your opponent's drubbing you, you still get the bonus. So if you're on 5 or 6, you actually still get the benefit of them having 11 points because you'll get 5 tokens. And the great thing is that there's one resource that you have to manage, other than colour requirements, but they sort of fulfill themselves as you go. They remain in the pool, so if you don't use action tokens in your turn, you can save them up and build up until you can do what you want to do, or you can figure something out. Usual, draw a card at the start of the turn, anything that's exhausted, you tap back into play. So there's a lot of familiar mechanics as you'd expect. It does actually play well. It's just a cursory explanation I've given, but seeing how it's designed, so you've got to build synergy with your main friends, your actual play deck, and your problem deck. There's no point having ones worth lots of bonuses if you have no hope of fulfilling these requirements. So you've got to build both decks alongside each other. Now, another card type I want to show that you can build in is called a troublemaker, which is basically a block. So if I put this, say I was playing this on my opponent's problem, what it means is they cannot start contesting and scoring points until they remove him. It's done in much a similar fashion. Add up the points of all friends at that location that you have, compare to this, and if you beat it, you remove him, and you actually earn a point for doing so. They normally have some dastardly rule to mess with you further, so because you've played this on their thing, exhaust one of their resources. So for instance, that ring I showed you earlier that boosted, they wouldn't get to use it. So I've not been able to get anyone who's willing to play it as yet. Shock, surprise, I realise. But I think it's a shame. If you can get past this, mouse, holographic, ponies, unicorns, Pegasus, old grandma, horse, Yeah, okay. You can get past this. There is a good system underneath. So, I do recommend giving it a go. For whatever justification you need to do so, I'm going to get the kids into it, I'm going to get the other half into it, whatever. There is a reasonable system underneath. As I said, in America it's on its second block, so there's got to be something there for it to not just die off straight away. I know some people have already started picking them up in our local area, so there's at least 4, 5, 6 gamers already as of last count. Give it a go. If you don't like it, fair play, at least you've tried it. But I think a lot of people will actually be surprised how much they enjoy it. So, what will possibly be the one and only time I ever do this, thank you to all the bronies and Pegasisters that watched this video. Fenrir signing out.